Hello everybody, this is Podrick and welcome to episode 5 of the Masquerade. This week it's going to be about Sandbox Games. I'm not going to have a theme every week, but I think sometimes there's no harm in it. Like last week I had PS2, this week's going to be about Sandbox. I didn't have a sandbox, but this is a bottle full of sand, so this is the closest thing I have to a sandbox, or any type of sand at all in my room. But this is pretty and colourful and yeah, it's cool. I like sand bottles. And anyway, moving on. Yeah, so there's the huge ones like Minecraft is obviously not the original sandbox game, but it definitely has caused a massive rebirth of the genre in recent years since it came out. And I'll also be doing as my two main reviews, because I always have two: Minecraft and Terraria. Terraria, I suppose, then was the first one after Minecraft, who took the idea and put it in such a different direction, but it wasn't just a complete rip-off. That actually did it really well. And so I'm going to be talking about those two games. And sorry about the editing and continuity, I'm really cold, so a jacket is just magically going to appear on me in a second. So, Minecraft. Who hasn't heard of that at this stage? I'm trying to think of where I should start with this game. It's just a big open world, a DIY sandbox. I'm going to be calling these kind of games DIY sandboxes. Also, or open world, whatever. But you start off and granted, there's a world to be on, and there's trees and mountains, everything. But a lot of it you do have to do yourself. You have to break blocks off the trees to make your own tools. I know you can find tools in chests, but that's a lot less likely. Or you have to go looking for them, or else you can just make everything yourself, kill the animals yourself, cook the food, build a raft, build a house. A lot of it is very handmade, and you have to do a lot of it yourself. It's pure survival. And it's a first person game, and everything's just made out of blocks. The graphics are very simplistic, although it can still run surprisingly slowly because it's a Java run game. And I'm not saying Java's bad. I shouldn't. I should be an advocate for it. But you can't really run it well on a computer like mine. It's, you can play it on low quality, but if you want to go push it or use a better texture pack, it just pretty much kills it. Recording it is a pain. But sorry, that sounds like I'm getting really negative right off the bat. I'm not. It is amazing. You get whatever you put into it, though. It gives back. It gives what it takes. Sorry, it's too late for this. It'll probably be a short enough episode. But, you could spend so much time doing, everything in Minecraft. You could, build towns, castles, villages, whatever you want. You could go deep underground, just keep digging, constantly digging, fighting things, and gathering resources and making everything. And that's another thing that you can do, and it Minecraft gives that to you. You can do that. But then if you're just going through and it's like, oh, okay, now I'll make this little house, and oh, okay, now I have to wait for nighttime and there's monsters. And you're just skeptical about it, and because it's not telling you what to do, you're just like, oh, I don't know what to do, this is shit. Then you're going to hate it. And so with Minecraft, you really have to go into it with the right attitude. But once you do, it's brilliant. It gives you so much opportunity and openness. And not even for the players, but the modding community is really, really busy. There's some absolutely fantastic mods, from tornadoes to, proper full-on RPG type mods. Because I know there is you can excuse me. You can level up in Minecraft, but it's just until you get to enchanting, which is very much later on in the game, then it doesn't really do anything. And so there are mods that make you start off with 3 hearts instead of the usual 10, 8. I don't know how many you even start off with. I've never bothered to count. But you start off with the 3 hearts, and then more monsters you kill, you actually level up that way, and you gain more experience and stuff like that, and you can craft better items. Or there's so many mods, ones that add more monsters and everything. Sure, you can just check it out. All you have to do is Google Minecraft mods. I'm not going to give you a big list now, because that's not what it's about. I'm just talking about how good this game is. I mean, and there are times where I get annoyed at it. And, you know, it's like, you know, spend loads of time underground and then you get killed by something stupid or whatever. You just get killed and you lose all of your items down there. And then you're back on the surface. And if you don't know where you were, then it's just like, screw this. And it's happened, you know, it's like, it's just pure rage quit because I spent that long underground doing all this. And I mean, you could spend days underground and then you die and it's like, I just lost all this. And so it can be annoying that way. And obviously if you put it on hardcore mode, which basically is permadeath, but that's your own fault. I mean, if you die then, I mean, like, maybe you shouldn't have put it on permadeath. You can't really rage at that. But like, otherwise, it's brilliant. I mean, I'm sorry, I just keep on, I'm not great at actually doing reviews as such, but it is just so good. And I don't think I'm even going to do the footage for this video, to be perfectly honest, not because I'm lazy. I'm saying that now, not because I'm lazy. I mean, I've done so much gameplay of Minecraft. I've done so many videos. I'll just post a link to my other channel and it just has tons of Minecraft videos. Or you could just YouTube Minecraft. It's probably one of the most YouTube recorded games, you know, up there with like Black Ops or something like that. It is one of these really, really heavily YouTubed games. I mean, people do machinimas of it. They just do kind of build, how tutorials, everything. You're going to find it on YouTube. Minecraft is a hugely community-driven game as well, that it wouldn't be so popular if there wasn't so many people recording it and doing their own gameplays, because every experience is going to be different, because everyone will do things their own way. They'll build different style of houses, you know, use different mining methods, and it is an extremely diverse game by extension of that. And so I'm not even going to do footage for this or Terraria, because I mean, I honestly don't need to. If you haven't seen Minecraft before and you know you would like to see footage of this, I'm sorry, but trust me, you're going to get a lot better of an impression of the game by looking at anyone else's videos. Just type in Minecraft on YouTube and you're going to get some of the more popular ones, and they are really good. I mean, I've seen some fantastic videos on YouTube. I mean, I'll still post a link to my other videos if you want to see some not so fantastic videos, but you know, still, it's me, so I might as well promote it. But yeah, I mean, I'm also going to leave a link to the Minecraft website in the description so you can check it out for yourself. And it's also on iOS and Android, and you can get it on the Xbox Live Arcade. So there are many ways you can check it out. For PlayStation people, it's not on it. For Nintendo people, I don't think it's ever going to be on it. Although it does have built-in 3D, so maybe they'll move that onto a 3DS at some point. Although the built-in 3D is just the red and blue anaglyphic, is the word I'm looking for. So, I mean, who knows, maybe someday it'll be on the 3DS, which might be kind of cool, I suppose. And so on to Terraria, which, because it is pretty much inspired by Minecraft, I do see a lot. I'm going to be drawing comparisons a lot. I mean, Terraria, on the flip side, instead of being a first-person 3D game, it's a side-scrolling 2D game. So it's kind of more old Super Nintendo style. And it's the same kind of, you know, cutting down trees, digging, mining, jumping around, fighting. You know, there's all that whole mining section and crafting. So they're both in it. But I think Terraria is a lot more diverse. And in ways I prefer to Minecraft, but in other ways I don't. Terraria is more of an RPG, I always find. Because, you know, you can upgrade your life. There's a lot more armor and weapons you can make, and there's like a lot more NPCs who kind of help you, and you can buy from them and sell to them. And there's those bosses. I know there's bosses in Minecraft too, but there's like one, and it's impossible to get to and kill. But, you know, Terraria, there's a lot more bosses, there's a more diverse range of enemies. I think it just treats itself more like an RPG. You know, it just is. There's not really much more I can say. I mean, yeah, that's all I can say. Sorry. But, and for that I think I prefer it. I mean, it has the negative part, I would have to say, is that it's very grindy sometimes. That, you know, once you kind of get enough ore and all the basic ores are fine, and then you kind of make the best gear that gold can make you. which is pretty much the best one at the start of the game. But then you kind of get to places where you just have to, keep on collecting stingers from hornets and all this stuff to make better weapons and armor. And it's just kind of, it's just going into the jungles and constantly killing them. And when your gear is inferior to them, it's really difficult to do that. Because, they're stronger than you. So until you actually get the weapon from killing all the hornets, then it becomes easy to kill the hornets. So by that time, it's kind of futile, and you go on killing stronger enemies with the weapon that you got from them. So it kind of has that cycle to it. So it's like an RPG that's always kind of one step ahead of you. Or else you can kind of go off in different directions, though, which is a good thing. That if you don't want to be in the jungle fighting hornets, you can try and, keep on fighting the easier bosses, which there aren't really many of. But there is one or two, and you can get the items then to make a different set of armor, which may or may not be easier, be just based on your playing style. So there are loads of directions you can go in, because there's a lot more areas and stuff. I know there's biomes in Minecraft, and there's a lot of them, but when it comes down to it, they're kind of the same. You'll still fight the same enemies in them, and you're eventually going to hit stone. I know all this stuff, Terraria is more magical. It's more of a fantasy game. There's zombies and skeletons and endermen and dragons and stuff in Minecraft, but they're kind of more normal, I suppose. But in Minecraft, there's an endless list. Especially once you kind of unlock the new... I forget what the zone is called. On the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. Sorry, I probably should have done more research. But there's unicorns. That's all I'm going to say. There's unicorns in Terraria. You cannot get more magical than unicorns. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, I think it's a lot more fun because you get way better gear. You can, rocket boots and, super running fast things and double jumps and all this that Minecraft doesn't have. And it has potions, but they just don't do quite the same thing. So it's really kind of on which one you prefer. And so I'll be posting a link to Terraria in the description too for the Steam page, because it's available on Steam. Minecraft isn't, it's an independent thing. But yeah, Terraria is available on Steam for €7, I believe. Yeah, €7. And Minecraft is €15, I think. But I really have trouble saying these because the whole conversion might be different. Apparently this represents conversion. I have no idea. Now, it may seem like I've just been talking about Minecraft and Terraria, and well, let's face it, I have. But, this is all about different types of sandbox, because both of those are kind of like the exploration sandboxes, and, the way I see it, they've kind of really had a big rebirth. And, I'm kind of interested now to see where they're going to go from this. Not necessarily those games, but because they're still updating and stuff, but more new games. Because now there's two games that I kind of hold in the same regard. There's Edge of Space, which is kind of like you're up in space and like you're spacemen or whatever. Everything to do with space. There's sharks with lasers mounted to their backs and stuff, as the obligatory Austin Powers reference. And yeah, that's more like Terraria. That's another kind of a side-scrolling 2D type game. Only it's got more sophisticated drawings. Like Terraria is very cartoony looking, but Edge of Space is still kind of cartoony looking, but it's much more... I noticed the drawing is kind of more detailed, I suppose, the best way to put it. And then there's also Starforge, which is still in its alpha stage. It's one of the early release games on Steam. I bought it because it looks amazing. However, it is so amazing and it looks so good that my computer crashes on my computer when I try to run it. It's that good. So I haven't even played it, but it just looks absolutely unreal. The graphics are outstanding on it. The gameplay is, it's still kind of building stuff, but there's a lot more guns. It kind of uses the random weapon generation inspiration from Borderlands, where you can get chainsaws, but it's not just one chainsaw, there's 6 of them on it. And there's, multi-barreled chain guns and miniguns, and just, it's very weapons based. But it still has the whole building, and there's tower defense kind of a mode as well, where you just have to secure your fort from incoming monsters. So it throws more stuff into the mix. And then they're all the kind of, the DIY things that I was talking about. But then there's like city kind of games, like anything like Sim City, or even the regular Sims. That's not necessarily sandbox, but you can do whatever you want to an extent. Like, it's your little person, and anything in the game they can do. Well, obviously, that's a stupid sentence to say now. But, like, if you see someone, you can just start flirting with them, or you can start insulting them and then just beat the shit out of them if you want. It's just one of these kind of games where you can do anything. And I absolutely love all of those games. I mean, granted, there's like a lot of kind of, clones and rip-off of things, like especially Minecraft now. There's so many like Apple knockoffs. It's like I haven't even played any of them, to be honest, because I just assumed that they're going to be bad, which I know is bad, but whatever. But anything that kind of gives you that much freedom and choice of how you want to play, I really appreciate that. I mean, I love games like, Call of Duty and Final Fantasy and whatever. And, like they kind of give you the like weaved story. Or in Call of Duty, like, you just go into these kind of enclosed areas and just shoot people, and that's all you do. And they're fun. But I just must say, I suppose I'm a creative person. I like kind of writing and drawing and whatever. And so this really kind of just, I love it. I just soak this all in. And I just kind of make my own stories. And it's just so much fun. Even things like, Grand Theft Auto, Infamous, Prototype, the old Spider-Man games for the PS2, and even the newer ones. That are just, you're limited in a city, but it's a big city, or Arkham City, or Asylum. You're kind of enclosed in an area, but you're given enough freedom. There's just like these stupid quests or whatever and that you can do. Or else you can just run around and do whatever the hell you want. That's one thing I enjoy doing Grand Theft Auto. That, I finish the storyline, I understand everything that happens. And so then I just like run around, pretend I'm picking up the groceries, going to the bowling alley. Then I have some sort of a nervous breakdown when someone cuts across me and I just go on a murderous rampage. Yeah, it sounds crazy, and maybe there's something wrong with me if you're analysing me on this video. But it's just, my imagination taking off. And I think games, as long as it's controlled, like, you don't take that imagination and just kind of rip it out of your brain and just send it right out into real life. Because, that's how bad shit happens. But, like, otherwise, I think imagination is good for people. As long as they can know what they're doing with it and that it doesn't blend in with real life. And I know I've said a lot of games now, and I'm probably not going to post links to every one of these in the description. But I mean, I'd say of all the games I've just listed, you're bound to have played at least one of them. Like if you're one of the kind of Call of Duty players, then I suppose it's more statistical that you may have also played Grand Theft Auto if you're pure into Call of Duty. Or if, you're kind of into Minecraft, and there's a good chance you've already heard of things like Terraria. Gary's mod, sorry, I just saw it written down here. Gary's mod is a brilliant sandbox. The graphics and everything are great. The gameplay is so much fun. The things you can do are ridiculous. You can basically take one of anything and stick it to one of anything else and just weld them together. Then stick 4 wheels onto it, throw on a few thrusters, and just fucking put a chair on it and send it flying. That's it. And you've made yourself some sort of crazy ass flying ship / boat / car / I don't know, whatever, anything. You can do that, and it's just so much fun. And then the people have invented game modes, skins, characters, mods. Gary's mod is just fun. I've never actually played it online because my internet is shit, we already know this. But I've just invented some stupid things offline and I just have so much fun with it. Yeah, I hope this hasn't been a whole mess, because I've been going for like half an hour and I feel like I've just been talking shit. Maybe not. I think I'll just have to see. I think this is a bit of a downplayed break. This is going to be the interval. I'm drinking a nondescript cola again, only this one has the label on it. I'm just going to use this box of games as the label holder. Although I can't get it off again, so I'll just drink while I'm trying to peel it. Excuse me. Thing is, I don't know how to be drinking stuff. But, you know, I've been drinking something for the past 4 episodes. I thought I might as well just keep it going. There we go. Get out of here again, you red Coca-Cola label. Back into the box with you with your other one. There we go. Yeah. So I hope you all had a good Easter and good week. I know Easter's last week. I still have an egg left because I've been feeling sick all week, so I haven't been able to eat it. Isn't that such a pretty egg? All that design isn't the paper. All that design is actually like, you know, transfer onto the egg. So it actually looks like that. It's really fancy. I want to take it out of the box and look at it up close. I hope it's a transfer on the egg. Otherwise I'm going to be gutted. I'll lick it. Excuse me. Yeah, no, that is definitely on the chocolate. That is really cool. And I thought it was going to be just like kind of a flimsy kind of a... Sorry, I keep on saying kind of a... You know, you get on like cakes and stuff, there's like that little edible picture and you just lick it and it just comes right off. I thought it was going to be like that, but that's proper like in the chocolate. Yeah, it's dark chocolate though, so I don't know if I want to eat it because I'll probably end up getting sick again. But, yeah, that's okay. I think I've taken enough of a break now. I think I just have to get this done now and actually watch over everything and make sure it's okay. This week there isn't actually going to be a weekly shout out. Instead, I am going to be having a giveaway of sorts. Well, it's not of sorts, it's a giveaway. Basically, because, you know, it's like my first milestone thing. Well, it's 5 episodes, but I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised I made it that far. So, what I'm going to be doing is, like last week's episode 4 of the Masquerade, like, broke 200 views, which doesn't even make sense. I can't get my head around that. I mean, I know Link's Warlord liked the video, and that helped out a bit. Probably a lot. It probably all came from him. All that traffic probably came from him. And you, if you're watching, Alex. Thank you. But either way, yeah, it hit 220 views last time I checked today. And so I was thinking, if next week's episode hits 100 views... Oh, no, sorry. If this week's episode hits 100 views next week, or by the time next week's episode goes up, I will choose one of my subscribers at random and give you a copy of Minecraft. How does that sound? If you already have Minecraft, I apologize, but you know, I suppose you can spread the love or whatever. Or else if you're feeling generous, you can say, I already have Minecraft. Please give it to another one of your subscribers. And that'd also be great. I mean, it's honestly up to you. And so, yeah, if this video gets 100 likes, that's what I'm going to do. So, it's as much up to you as it is to me. I know you want, like, the less subscribers I have, the more of a chance you're going to have of winning the game. But I'm also going to need more people, so there's a chance of winning it to get the 100 views again. Do you see how this is working? And so, yeah, but as an extra super bonus incentive, if by some pure miracle this week's episode also hits 200 views, like last week's one did, I will give a second subscriber an episode of Minecraft. I'll also give a second subscriber Minecraft. But that's only if it hits 200. And I'm stopping at 200. I'm not going on to 3, 4, 5, 600 because that's just crazy because I'll be spending way too much money. And so, yeah, that is kind of going to be in replacement of the weekly shoutout this time. But it's going to be a super exciting giveaway, and I'll probably have these at, you know, special milestones. I hope it's exciting. I think it's exciting. I am excited about it. I hope you are too. And yeah, so if we can get this video to 100 likes, 100 views, sorry, 100 likes is probably way too much. 100 views, then that would be absolutely amazing. Because, I mean, that feeling of getting so many views on a video, if you're a fellow YouTuber, you will understand it. And if you're not, I can just tell you that it is really, really heartwarming. So, I suppose I'm not trying to buy views. I have to make that clear. I just want to make my appreciation known for all the support I've been getting for the Masquerade so far. I mean, I know I've only been doing it for 5 weeks, but I mean, come on, that's over a month. This has been going for over a month now. That's pretty deep. I'm really happy with it. So thank you, and I hope you are really happy with it too. And so this is my way of giving something back, and it won't be the last way, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, you know what to do. Please like, comment, subscribe, spread the word, and yeah, the winner will be announced next week, or winners, hopefully, fingers crossed. Does that work? I don't know how to cross your fingers. Now I'm just doing the west side. Yeah, so fingers crossed. I mean, that we'll get to 200 at least. And thank you in advance for all your help. I'll announce the winner next week, and I'll ask you for your email or whatever. You can DM it to me or something when you find out that you won. And yeah, so I will see all of you next time, and thanks for watching.